Welcome to another episode of The Epic Family Road Trip.
Not sure how this works, but it's a fast filler. Wow. It didn't take long. Probably fill this just with the overflow. That was 1/4. That's good enough.
Yeah. Now propane?
Yeah.
We just made our way into Utah here. It was a short drive from Page where we were staying while that windstorm lasted. But of all things, when we were pulling out from our BLM camp before the windstorm came in, Dan and I have been playing around on this dune that's outside of Page here, and we lowered our tire pressures down pretty low, and Dan's I think went a little lower than it should have been. So when we were pulling out, as soon as we got onto some rocks, he got a flat tire, like a pinch flat, and it ripped his valve stem right out of his tube. And we had Michelin ultra heavy duty tubes and everything, but you know, running a flat on rocks for even a minute is gonna destroy the stuff that's sitting inside of there. So anyways, we didn't have a spare for that, and we always carry spare tubes with us. The ultra heavy duty Michelin tubes were actually our spares from the originals, but then when we just changed out our tires, literally like 250 miles ago, we actually got rid of those old tubes, and kind of regret that a little bit now. But we've been carrying spares for the last year, and then right when we need them, we don't have them. So we've got his bike actually staying at a Honda dealership. They said they're ordering in the size of tube we need. It's a little bit of a weird tube size for most dirt bike places, but they have one on order for sometime this week. So his bike is gonna be staying there while we head out and explore some parts of Utah we haven't really before. This is gonna be a lot of fun.
There's a little parking lot just up here, start of the trail.
That was a big yawn.
You want Mom to check it out on the laptop?
We'll stop up here by these clay structures.
Okay. Wow, this is beautiful. Look at these big cliffs. Everything around here is such a light tan, kind of khaki color compared to just 20 minutes back in Page. It's all red. Red desert. Not knowing anything about how this terrain was formed, I can only assume those gray things are formed by a lot of water erosion. Oh goodness. It's a cliff. Why didn't I guess that that was a cliff? Wow. It's scary because with the Recluse I've got no control. Gotta just use the brakes, which on this stuff is slippery to say the least. Normally with a clutch, just I'd pull it in when I want to move back a little. I'd probably turn off the bike and then just slowly make my way backwards like this, but knowing that it's locked, it's not just gonna possibly slide out of my control. Just turn around here nice and easy. All right. That's one of those times when you wish, I guess, you wouldn't have had a Recluse. Definitely would have been less scary doing that with a Recluse. But still, all's well that ends well with that, and that was a cool spot.
See where the first spots are. Oh, Pete went up that way.
Where are we?
Well, I was gonna say that.
Didn't quite realize that was a cliff up there.
Is it?
You go straight up here and it's just a drop off, and it's like a thing like this, and I'm with the Recluse, I don't have my clutch to stop. Literally 10 feet beside me is the cliff here, so I just slowly work my way back with the brakes, and scary but beautiful. It was fun.
So we're somewhere in here following the trail.
Most of them, like, we'll probably see all these.
Yeah, that'd be in a little ways. We'll just head up the trail a bit further and take a picture of these gray things with the Jeeps.
We got a nice steep hill to go up. Looks pretty fun. Feels kind of weird to be driving the Jeep again. It's been a while since I've driven the Jeep on the trails, just because we've had our bikes. And now that my bike has a flat tire and we're waiting on a new tube, we're driving again, which is a lot of fun. But this is a place that we've wanted to come to, and we've never made it to this spot, even though we've been through here a few times. So it's gonna be kind of fun to explore. Be even funner on a bike though.
And you get to spend time with Mom. That's pretty.
It's absolutely beautiful. I wonder what that grayish blue sand is caused from.
Yeah, when I do spraying up on it. There's a huge canyon on the left I missed, but maybe we see it up here.
Yeah, I think that spot we were at was a viewpoint.
Back into the Escalante area, and man, is it ever interesting. The landscape is just spectacular here. Quite a change from what we were in the last week or so. This is reminding me a lot of Anza-Borrega, but it seems to be wider expanses of these canyons and valleys. But yeah, we're going through red rock, and then there's the brown rock, and then this kind of blue looking clay. So our goal right now is to just carry on down the pathway until we find something pretty sheltered, because there's a bit of a remnant of wind from last night's storm. Not nearly as bad, but there's just the odd gusts that we got to be concerned about. So we'll head on until we find a nice place to set up camp.
Traverse along the base of the butte, over these smooth stones, iron-rich and deep red. It is late afternoon. 1,000 pictures could not capture this. For in a moment it changes. A step in any direction, forward and back, up or down, a glance this way or that. So many hues in the layers of rock, red, orange, black, and white. Myriad shapes carved by the water, beaten by the weather. Desert plants and trees. Greens and grays that pepper the land. In shine and shadow, in aspect and angle, in breeze and still. A million different views. And next week, next year, it will be different. A rainstorm, a sandstorm, a snowstorm. Do not try to seize it. Only observe, appreciate, and remember.
Looks like a layer of coal there.
Awesome camp right here. I just kind of pulled off. Yeah, I'd imagine it gets pretty windy in here, so that one kind of skirted around the outside, or yeah, skirted around that kind of view or there, and has a bunch of protection from all the cliffs. So there's a beauty. I'd get Lynn in. There's like 4 calves up there, but there's a butte camp spot. It's just a little ways up here, like literally a minute drive, but it skirts around these cliffs, and then it has a nice tuck away. Yeah. You go ahead, I'll have to turn around up here, but you just go straight and you'll see it. It's like the road goes up a hill and it just turns right into dirt. There's a Butte camp. Alright, so we're just heading up this last little hill here. Looks like Peter found a nice camp. We haven't seen it yet, but he says it's pretty nice, and this whole area is beautiful. So we've been on the road a little bit longer than we planned. So I'm looking forward to getting into camp and hopefully getting yummy dinner going. Got some cows ahead. Looks like they all just have their brand new calves.
Hopefully we don't scare them too much.
That's a big cow. Sweet. Great day riding. Saw a lot of beauty today. And cozy camp in the middle here. This little area, it's beautiful. Got that little butte thing up there, and we're protected from most of the wind by these cliffs. But yeah, it's not that much altogether. Hey Pete, would right in front be good?
Because you're going to be opening it up this way. So.
Back up here.
Stand up, put one in, boy.
That's pretty level.
Where?
This is pretty good.
Mom said this feels pretty good, but maybe right there feels better. Maybe a bit this way. It's a bit like this. If you go forward, it's a bit better.
I'll dig a two little.
It's a bit better though, like right here.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Good job.
Good enough. Nice. This is a pretty camp.
Yeah, it is.
So pretty. Now we have worked up an appetite. Not cold, but it's a little bit cold. I don't know how to describe it. But yeah, this was in the windstorm we had, and it was covered in sand, so just trying to clean it up a bit.
Mind if I throw these two slabs on there for about 5 seconds?
Caroline,
Or burrito.
I like fresh ones on the top though.
What are you making? Because I can help. You shred the chicken, you add some chicken broth thing, and then you put all the other stuff in there and let it cook. Why? And in the meantime, we'll see you down the road.